All right, looks like we're live. Give it a minute or two here to let people join us real quick. And still says 0, which if you guys are out there, shoot us a message. There we go. 9 people. All right, here we go. Jim and Kelly are here.
Yep.
All right. All right, here we go. All right, so guys, tonight on Friday Night Wrenching, Jonathan has a kids play to go to. Louis is going to take the night off, but he'll be watching, he said. So Mike and I are going to hang out with you guys, answer your Firebird questions, but we're going to take a little bit of a dive into securing your Gmail account, your YouTube account from hackers. Because, Mike, I'll answer some questions over here.
Yeah, so Brian had a little excitement this past couple weeks, and I thought it would be a really good idea to just kind of go through what happened, how he was kind of sucked into it. And, we all have some level of, Google/YouTube type exposure. And, what got my attention is if it could get somebody like Brian, who's an IT professional, then we all ought to be friggin' paying attention to what happened. Because if that's how it goes down, I'm fascinated by this. So, let's. So what happened, Brian? How did this go down?
Well, so Saturday morning, the 21st of February, I wake up to an email that says they're this 3D printer company and they want to do a collaboration with me to show off their printer. And the initial email said they'd seen the video on 3D printing classic parts. So I went and looked up this company, and they make some really high-end 3D printers, like $3,500, $4,500 3D printers. I'm like, cool, all right. So I went back to the original email they sent me, and there's a link that they say, click here and join our Aspire collaboration group. And Aspire is a real collaboration platform. So creators join it and companies join it, and then they kind of middleman the situation. And so I'm going to pull up the email that they sent me. It's going to be really hard to see, but I'll kind of briefly go through it here.
Yeah, and at this point, Brian emailed me that morning and said, hey, we got this people watched our video and they want to, reach out to us and collaborate on a printer. And I'm like, well, I haven't heard of it, but as soon as I get back down to the house, I'll have a look. And,
yeah, I was completely jazzed about it. So I'm going to Mike going, dude, we're getting a 3D printer. This is going to be awesome. But yeah, not so much. Let's see here. So let me get back to the main part of this website here. So this is the website here is what they sent me to.
And they basically told you to go onto this website and sign up.
Yeah, so let's go back over here. Let me grab my email. Let's see here. Share screen. And we'll go to email. And we'll say share.
Glenn was the cause of that.
Glenn was the reason. So I know it's going to be kind of really hard to see on this, but essentially it says, hello, Brian. Thanks for reaching out for your interest in collaborating with Bamboo Lab. So this is a real printer, 3D printer company.
But to be clear, you did not reach out to them.
No, they reached out to me. And I get probably, honestly, 3 or 4 of these types of letters every week.
Yeah, okay.
And most of the time, it's like garden tools or stuff that has nothing to do with automotive. And I'm just like, I got hair dryers. Really? Hair dryers? So I usually just go, yeah, no. But this one, because of the 3D printing, I thought, sweet, right? So here's the link they gave us. Now, in IT, if you can't click on it, that's usually a red flag. But I was on my phone trying to get coffee, super excited that we were going to get this 3D printer that we all could use to make part stuff and help our community out.
I'm just glad they sent it to you.
So I felt like an idiot being an IT guy for the last 20 plus years. So I click on this damn thing and it takes me over to here. Let's see here, this one. And I go, okay, Aspire. I'm not a member of Aspire, but I'm aware of Aspire since I've been doing YouTube the last 6-7 years. And I go, oh, request a demo. Great. Click it. And this pops up. And I'm like, that looks normal, right? Like, totally legit. So I type in my name, how many subscribers I have, and enter your YouTube URL, which is normal. I'm not going to click continue, but after this, it says we need to connect you with your Gmail account so we can do our thing, which is normal. But the moment you do that, it grabs your email or your password for Google, and that's when the fit hits the shan. And so I'll bounce back over here to my email. As soon as that happened, look, security alert, security alert, security alert, security alert, security alert, like bam, like nonstop. They went through and changed password, they changed 2MFA, they changed phone number, they changed everything like that.
Wow.
And I was like, and I tried to do recover your account. They had changed all the different ways to recover your account.
So for that to happen that quickly, that had to be automated. That had to be a bot that went through and did that.
Yeah, it was that quick. I remember just being like, what?
Oh, man. That's crazy.
It was something else.
And you struggled to get a hold of YouTube and get them on board. How did that go? Talk to us about that experience.
So you think, okay, Google, like big company, easy to get a hold of someone, right? There's not a freaking phone number anywhere to call Google.
Okay.
Unless you want to buy ads, then there's tons of phone numbers to buy ads. So I spent like 2 hours like emailing every stinking Gmail thing I could find, you know? And I kind of like, I watched this one YouTube video and the guy said, oh yeah, if you've been hacked, you're SOL, start a new channel. I was like, there has to be another way.
And so at this point, you're thinking you've lost all your content, all your subscribers, everything that you've built up in the background and for the algorithm is gone.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I knew that on Sunday is when my YouTube check would come in, automatic deposit.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, tomorrow's the deposit day, and they're going to go in and change my banking, and they're going to take that money. And I was like, great. And I thought about it, I'm like, okay, so you hack 10, 15, 20 of these, smaller YouTube guys. And so each one's maybe, $1,000, $1,500 a month in income. And all of a sudden, all that's coming to you.
Right.
And you, and I'm going to get the tax stuff, like you owe us taxes.
Right.
When all that money's going somewhere overseas.
Paul Keyser says that's some beekeeper shit right there.
Yeah. So tell you. So I'm an IT guy, so I just kept digging and digging and digging. And finally came across this obscure post on someplace on Google that said if you're a YouTube creator that's monetized, there's a special X or Twitter account that you can reach out to that is specifically designed to help creators get back their hacked or hijacked channels. So immediately went to X or Twitter, found this account, sent them. No, you can't send them a message. I had to just post on their feed, I've been hacked. Help me. And about 2 hours later, I finally got a private message in X saying, tell us what your YouTube channel is and, some more information. And so I emailed them back, my email address for Google, the name of my account, and a whole 24 hours, no response. But then Sunday morning, I get my deposit in my bank account. And I go, okay, you changed my password, changed my 2MFA, changed all the ways I can get back access to my account, but you don't change the banking information where the money goes? It was just like, what was going on?
That had to be a timing thing that Google had it locked down before they could actually get to that. That's the only thing I can think of there.
So it took a week and a day to get back access to my account. And that's kind of like we were talking. So the 24 hours after me reaching out on X, eventually I'm now talking to someone from YouTube. And he says, I need to know your YouTube ID. I need to know like what type of device you use to sign in, what your IP address is for that device, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, and again, they won't answer questions. So I said, well, my YouTube ID is Arrowhead Garage. Nope. Like my Gmail account. No, they would not ask. When I asked, what is this ID? Where can I find it? They would not answer the question. And so I spent a whole day trying like random, like what do I put? What's my ID? Arrowhead Garage? And that's all I know. And finally, I went Gemini. AI, Google, right? So I asked Gemini, what is my YouTube ID? And it said, oh, it's a long string of characters that begins with the letter U, and you can find it if you go to your YouTube page and click source code, view source code. And at the bottom of the source code, you'll find a little U and a whole string of numbers and letters. That is your YouTube ID.
Jesus Christ. So obviously not something you set up or knew anything about.
No, I never even knew that existed.
And how were you able to get to the source code if you were locked out of your account?
So anyone, and this is like, so Jonathan and I were talking, and I told him, you can go to any YouTube account.
Okay.
Random, even Vice Grip Garage, Derek's, and click source code, and you can find his YouTube ID.
Wow.
It's available for anyone to see. And me being in IT, I'm thinking I'm going to be asked questions like, what were the last 3 months deposits?
Right.
You can tell me what those amounts were the last 3 months. We can then say, yeah, you're the real owner of the account. But no, they wanted that silly, well, I shouldn't say silly, but that YouTube ID. They wanted to know what device I was using, where I was using it at, and what my, IP address was. And then after that, another 24 hours, and they come back and say, fill this form out. But it says in the form to have your email account open while you fill out the form.
Like, and it's a digital page.
Yeah. So I was like, how? Well, they tell you to use your recovery email, which is my Brian Minson. So I have my, Brian Minson account up, and I fill out the thing. I hit submit, and what? Like, that's my recovery account. So back to Gemini. What the hell is my recovery email address for Google?
Wow.
And they're like, well, remember, they originally told you to set up a second Gmail account. So they're not talking about your old original recovery account. It's the new Gmail recovery account. So now I have 2 Gmail addresses.
Right.
So once I did that, opened up Gmail under my second Gmail account, filled the form out, magic.
Okay. This is insanity. I mean, I think everybody's been there at one time or another, right? I mean, I had a computer that I had done so much work on, and it had a solid state hard drive in it. And just one morning when I got up, it had totally shit the bed. And there was no saving it, no getting into that drive. There's nobody in the world that's going to get you into that chip when it fries. And, it's just a really, really sick feeling, right? It's just like, oh, man, the amount of shit I have lost is stunning. I can imagine what this was like. That's crazy.
So
That's
once it's
insane.
all said and done, I get then handed off to another level of YouTube support.
Okay.
And this is when I was like, it's a shame that you have to go through all this crap in order to enter this different level of security. So under the second security, because I've been hacked, or what they call hijacked, they issue you one time only, and you either write it down, take a picture of it, 8 6-digit codes.
Okay.
And then once you hit next, it's gone. It even tells you will never get this page back. So take a picture with your phone, write them down, burn in the back of your head. But with those 8 6-digit codes, if there's ever a situation where I'm being hacked again, it will then send me a text or an email to my recovery accounts and say, you need to enter one of those 8 codes.
Okay.
And I went, that's awesome. And then he said, do you have an iPhone or a Mac laptop or a Windows laptop that has the finger touch on it?
Right.
I said, yeah, I have an iPhone 12 and my MacBook Pro has it. He goes, set that up as well and link it to your YouTube.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, so I'm following this dude's directions and all that. And
next thing you know, he's in your bank account.
yeah, exactly. No. So then today at 1 o'clock, my phone buzzes and I pick up my phone just to see who it was. And it's a text from Google saying, someone is trying to access your account. And I'm like, seriously? Like 2 weeks later, they're going to try this bullshit? And it said, click here to whatever. But I'm like, wait, I'm not clicking on shit. So I run, grab my work laptop, jump on it, and go into my Gmail account. And sure enough, as soon as I get to where you sign on Gmail, it says, we need to validate that you are who you are because there's been some attempts on this account. And it said, tell us one of those 8 codes.
Really? And you had the picture.
I had the picture on my phone, pulled it up, first one there, tick, 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 boom. And it said, you're in. We're marking the IP address of the other person that tried to hack it, and we'll block it.
And could they give you any indication of where this came from or where this person was located?
So yeah, the next tier up, that guy was probably an American because it was like normal business hours.
Right.
All the other weeks, messages were like 1, 2 in the morning. And he said that based on what their investigation said, the hacker was using an Italian based IP that was VPNing through New York City.
Okay.
But when they hacked my account, they had to assign a recovery email. Well, the email address they gave was a Gmail account that goes to a person in Vietnam.
Back in the Nam. There you go.
Yep. So I think Glenn is, one of those expats, probably in Vietnam.
Yeah.
He got mad at us.
Yeah, it's probably Glenn's cousin in Vietnam,
yeah.
Wing Lee. Yeah. Oh my God, that is just incredible.
Yeah. So if any of you guys find yourself in a situation where you got hacked or phished like I was, reach out to me. I'll tell you where to go, how to walk your way through this, because YouTube will not give you any help.
Right, because as far as they know, you could be a hacker yourself.
Right.
So they're trying to protect you and them at the same time. It's just, oh my goodness.
Yeah. Louis says, leave my New York boys alone.
Wow, that's incredible.
So they did one stupid thing the guy from YouTube told me. Within about 4 or 5 hours of hacking the account, they uploaded a 51-minute video. And as soon as it got published, it triggered a YouTube copyright strike. So YouTube went in and shut down the video. And then they must have noticed that all that stuff has been changed and that the account was hacked. So then they froze and locked the account. So the hacker couldn't even get back into my YouTube.
Okay.
They pushed them out. And that's probably why they didn't have enough time to change more stuff.
Right. So that was most likely like a fishing expedition where he threw that in there just to see if it would upload. And if it did, then he knew he had full access.
Yep. And so at first, I couldn't view what this video was. But on Thursday, I'm like, can I just see what this video was? I mean, was it like pornography? Was it like, what was it? And so the guy
porn.
The guy from YouTube's like, yeah, here's a link. You can watch it. But after you watch it, I'm going to delete it completely forever. And so I click on it, and it's 30 minutes of a clicker, like clicking down, 29 minutes and 10 seconds, 28 minutes, 23 seconds. And then after it gets down, it's 30 minutes, it goes into kind of a screen like this, where it's two guys talking about finance, American, English, like whatever. So it looked like it was a conference or a webinar that someone recorded and uploaded it. But
wow.
Yeah, but YouTube, yeah.
So all told, how many hours did you have into this problem? I mean,
8 days.
Wow.
And it was because you would send a message, you had to wait 24 hours.
Right.
Before you got a response. And then they tell you, no, that's wrong. Okay.
Wow. So 8 days of screwing around, but then quite a bit of time researching, trying to dig this stuff up, figure out what was the code.
Yep.
Wow. That's incredible, man. I'm sorry that happened to you, but I'm glad you got it straightened out.
Yeah. Thank goodness.
Jeez,
that was a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, my Gmail account, or used to be, not anymore, my Gmail account, I had all my banking, all my credit cards, all my work stuff, passwords pre-saved in my Google account. So I spent Saturday changing every password on every bank, every password on every credit card, anything I could find. And
that's hours right there.
Yeah. Basically, my whole Saturday, I didn't touch the Firebird. I was in my office just.
Oh, so. Jesus. Well, thanks for sharing that experience with us.
I think more of this went gray.
Yeah. I mean, it's we've all had it, right? We've gotten the calls, we've gotten an email that something doesn't look right, or you get an email and first thing I do is check what email address it came from.
Yep.
And if it's not even remotely related to the company that supposedly sent it, I'm like, delete, next. So yeah, that sucks.
And I kick myself because I'm like, I'm in IT. I do this daily. I stop this shit daily at work. But Saturday morning, no coffee, on a phone, small print.
Yep.
Excited about a 3D printer that we can print stuff for people for free.
Right. Yeah. There you go. And next thing you know, you're in the 8th level of IT hell.
Pontiac Classic says, Brian, you made me hate tech and computers more than I already did.
Wow, that's awesome.
I was telling my boss about it, and I said, in 5 more years, I retire. So,
wait a minute. You actually had to go tell your IT boss that you got hacked as an IT professional. I would have taken that to the grave.
Yeah, because they had access to all my work passwords.
Oh no! Yeah. You had to do it. I
had to do it.
Jesus.
So, but I don't think they were that smart, or Google was able to lock the account that afternoon. So I just don't think there was enough time for them to do anything.
Wow, that sucks, dude. So, wow. Well, let's open it up. Does anybody else have any questions for our
either tech stuff or Firebird stuff,
or any other questions for that matter?
Right.
We're here to help you guys. And,
let me grab a trivia question real quick.
sure. My old company used to send us intentional phishing emails that if we did not report them, we would get one like once a month, and if we did not report it, we got spanked. And it was pretty proactive, but it got you looking, right?
All right.
Yeah.
So first trivia question is, what GM muscle car was the first to offer an engine package rated at 450 horsepower, making it one of the most powerful factory engines of the muscle car era? Was it the Pontiac GTO Judge, the Chevrolet Camaro Z28, the Chevy Chevelle SS, or the Buick GS Stage 1?
Well, there you go.
Let you guys think on that one for a bit and post your comments to the side.
Wow.
I like our low-tech cars that can't be hacked. Yeah, absolutely. Although I have that progressive pointless distributor in my bird that there's an app. And so on the app, you can say shut down distributor. And so it won't let the distributor fire. I better knock on wood. I can see me going when the bird's done to a restaurant and hitting a little button. So while I'm inside, no one steals it. And then coming back out and it not disengaging.
Sure. Now we got a couple of winners already here.
Oh, do we?
Yeah. Keith got it. Bowtie got it.
Yeah.
Bowtie, very specific.
He must have used that Google.
Yeah, it must have been Googling that. But no, that's exactly it.
Louis says he's sending me a message. Louis, where did you send me a message at? Rusty Nut says, hey, anyone use Eastwood powder coat machine?
I do.
Mike.
I love that thing. If you're talking about the little, the small e-coat device, I actually did a review on it on my page, on my YouTube channel, assuming it's not hacked. But I did a nice review. I love that thing. I use it all the time. And what I really like about it is, it always looks better than paint. It just looks great. But bigger thing than that is it's quicker. Like I have this thing literally set up in my shop all the time, and I just threw brackets through it, bolts through it, and I'll walk up, just grab it off the wall, powder coat the bracket, throw it in the oven, set it for 20 minutes, and walk away. And then when it's done, it's dry. As soon as you can handle it, you're pretty much good to go. John, I don't necessarily always preheat it. I just throw it in there for you need 20 minutes. You just put it in for 20 minutes after it starts to gloss a little bit. So I usually just crank it up to 25 minutes and leave it. And unless you got something really heavy steel, it's bulletproof, man. It works good. I've had to come up with some elaborate ways to hold parts, the things, because the powder coat's weird. It's like if you have where you have metal hooks and stuff, sometimes there'll be a little holiday behind it where there'll be one area where the powder just doesn't want to go. But at 400 degrees, just throw it in there, 25 minutes, walk away. And then when the next part's ready, throw that in. And I use the little, I bought the little package. It was like something, it was very cheap. It was like $200 for the whole thing or something, with the oven and the gun and some powders. And it was a really good starter kit. And no, I use their oven right now. That's my biggest bitch with that whole thing is I wish I had a bigger oven because I could do so much more with it.
Mike.
Good one, Mike. So, yeah, I wish I had a bigger oven. I've considered making my own. I designed my own. I just never built it. But, yeah, the other thing I did was I bought that little folding stand thing. So it has it's just a little fanned out piece of sheet metal that you screw to a 20-inch box fan, and has a filter in it. And I just put that on my bench, little twirly table, and then I use the rods. But I did pop for that too. But for a guy who's not doing like frames and rear ends and stuff like that, it's money well spent. Well spent.
I have a buddy, Mike, that went out and bought like a $50 oven off of Facebook Marketplace.
Sure. Yep.
And has it in his garage.
Yep. I got a friend down there at Rusted Up Garage down there in Tennessee who used to be on my race team. Great kid. And I'm pretty sure they dragged their oven out of their wife's kitchen the other day, and they were doing it in their garage. I'm like, you idiots! You can't cook with that ever again.
So I got a funny one. About 4 or 5 years ago, I came across an old Apple Macintosh Plus computer.
Yeah.
And the motherboard had a bunch of traces where the solder had kind of like ran thin.
Yep.
And it's an old IT thing. You set your oven to 200 degrees.
Yep.
You take the motherboard and you stick it in the oven for like 10, 15 minutes, and it will reflow the solder. So
except all the shit on the bottom falls off.
So I go in and I put the oven at 200, preheat, and the wife's looking at me like, what? And I stick this motherboard in the freaking oven, and she's just like, he's lost it. He's lost it. But it worked.
Yeah, no, it does. It does.
That darn thing is still working today.
Now, that is my only complaint, and I've actually looked at getting like a proper oven that I could do like a rear end housing in. But I got a space problem, man. I just got no place to put this shit anymore.
You have what, like a 5,000 square foot garage?
Oh my God. It wouldn't matter if it's 30,000 square feet. It's going to sink into the earth. There's so much crap in there now.
Oh, Mike has a birthday.
Yeah, it's my birthday tomorrow.
Right on.
William O'Brien is on to me. Yeah, my birthday's tomorrow.
What did you get done on the truck this week? We didn't do that this week.
Well, this week I just posted the video of getting the cab mounted up to the frame. So I got that. That was a big, because I hadn't done that yet. I built that whole frame and chassis, put the motor on it, exhaust in it, and I had never put a cab on it. So I actually got the cab set on there, and at first it didn't go good. I thought I was screwed, but then it worked. Once I figured out I had the angle all off, it fit beautifully. But then this past week, I put in the steering column, the firewall, brake pedal and booster, throttle pedal, and the oh Jesus handle, the emergency brake. So yeah, just putting in the controls. This week I got to take it back off and start getting ready for. Got a guy coming to sandblast it. So I got a mobile sandblaster coming. Rusty Nuts. I hand fab my exhaust. I just buy the kit. Well, I say I hand fab it. I buy the kit with all the pre-bent pieces in it, and then I just slice and dice and take it up and off to the races.
Yep. Polish
it when I'm done. That's how I do it. So, but yeah.
This week I painted the floor of the Firebird, put in my sound deadening, got the headliner in.
Yep.
And laid the carpet down to where they kind of start molding itself, but not placed yet. Just kind of sitting there, soaking up 84 degrees of March weather and feeling.
Yeah. I got another 4 inches of snow here this morning. It was awesome. I'm over it. This is the 3rd time I've snowblowed this week.
You send me some snow, I'll send you some sunshine.
There you go.
I could use some snow around here. 84 degrees in March.
Yeah.
But,
so Rusty Nuts, that's what I do. I just weld up the pieces and I, cut my pieces as needed. I got some good segments on how I do that. And then I have this little pipe polisher thing I use to shine it all back up when I'm done. No big deal. Goes pretty quick.
I like that little polisher sander thing you have.
Yeah, that's I got that on Vavor there. Bunch of people make them, but pretty cheap. Pretty cheap.
That was pretty cool. I did buy one of those little battery-powered mini airbrushes.
Oh, yeah?
Like they do for nails and stuff.
Yeah.
My point was I have a couple burn throughs on that single-stage paint where I sanded a little too much and hit primer. And I'm like, if I don't have to fill a whole cup, if I could just fill just enough and just, be an artist, put on my hat, little tree here, a little water here, a little happy tree. I'm going to try that tomorrow if I get a chance and see how that works out and make a video on it. But
wow.
Car is completely sanded. It's now ready to be polished. Carpet. Yeah.
You waited long enough now. You should be good.
Yeah. And my goal is to have the car all put back together. We got the rear bumper on. We got the rear lights installed. We've assembled the whole front bumper. So now we just got to stick it on and bolt it up.
Yeah.
Plug in the wires and add the chrome back.
Just so you know, it's never that easy.
No, of course not.
That front bumper's fun.
Especially after a bunch of these things, you kind of, where's that bolt at?
Yeah. Louie and John put these videos up showing how to put the front bumper on, and everything just kind of goes in there. It's like they threw it on from the friggin' street. I've been there for 2.5 hours trying to get the son of a bitch to line up right.
And there's a wrench sticking out of the drywall,
Yeah, I know. I hear you. Now, so this week I've got to, like I said, I got to pull the cab back off the chassis, fill all the holes in the firewall, get it on the rotisserie and ready for the sandblasting guy. And I've put it off long enough, then I'm going to be into body work. I can't avoid it any longer.
Yeah. That body work is my pain in my ass no matter what.
Pain of my existence. But
let me do anything else.
Yeah.
Then once I get into it, then there's parts I'm like, oh yeah, this is cool. I can handle this.
So then I got to figure out, I've got another truck too. I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with. I've got another 55 Chevy pickup. It's got an original frame, original chassis, nice tires, white walls. The body's okay. It's not as solid as the one I have here, but needs some work. But I'm like, okay, but it's got a running straight six in it. It's got a 1956 automatic transmission. I think it's a Hydroglide, they call them, or something like that.
Yep.
So, but I'm like, all right, what do I do with this thing? Do I just get it kind of put back together and sell it as a project? Do I, build another one like I'm building now? And I've got all kinds of shit to do. So, not really sure what I'm going to do with that one.
Yeah, definitely. The last video I saw, Mike, on that truck, that's going to be so sweet.
Yeah.
When you're all said and done with it.
Yeah, I hope so.
So, Mike, are you going to be what, 39?
Yeah, 39.
39, yeah. Is the wife going to take you out for dinner?
I'm actually a little terrified. We got some neighbors on the other side of town here that have invited us over for dinner tomorrow night for my birthday. I have no idea what happens with this crew.
Yeah. If you need help, text me. I'll, send the boys at SEAL Team 2 over.
Yeah, she's an amazing cook, so I can only imagine what's going to happen.
Send Louie and I samples. Just
it's not the Power Glide, John. It's It's the one that came in the GMC pickups. I can't remember what it's called. I don't believe it's a power glide. It's not like the one that was in the 50 Tri-5 Chevy cars. A little different, but I don't know. I don't even know if it works. You know, I know the motor runs. I saw a video of the motor running, but that's it. So I got enough pieces where I can probably throw that thing together enough to get it to run and go down the road. But, you know, is that just wasting time and money? I don't know.
Don't know until you try.
Yep.
Trying to see if we missed anyone's questions.
John Kilburn, wet sandblaster, dry. So this is supposed to be a, quote, dustless sandblasting, so I believe it's dry ice. Yeah, hydromatic, that's it. That's what it's called.
Hydromatic 2-speed?
Yeah. It looks weird, too. It's like a big rectangle.
Really?
Yeah, when I pull it all apart, I'll shoot some videos on it, but it looks pretty neat. I hope it works. It'd be really cool if it did. And the motor that's in it's a GMC 248, 1 year only, like a 1956 or 55, 1 year only motor. But I'm going to, I know that runs, but the motor looks like it's just been rebuilt. It looks brand new. But, so it's kind of a shame to pull all that out if it's all in there, you know? So I don't know. We'll see.
Louis says he'll take a truck and turn it into a Pontiac truck. Didn't Terry from Elford's Garage, I think he took a Pontiac motor and put it into a Chevy pickup.
Yeah. Well, Pontiac motors came in GMC pickups.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Pontiac was, when back in the day, GMC only had straight sixes. If you wanted a V8, it was a Pontiac V8.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah.
I might be on the lookout for a GMC to restore one day.
Yeah. Yeah, we did see that color. We saw the color you're doing the Snowbird in. That's that pearl white. That's going to be pretty damn cool.
He's changing it?
What?
Why
would you like it?
Right? Yeah, what color are we going with now, Rusty Nuts?
Oh, dear.
So here's a trivia question. Why did John DeLorean pause production of the Firebird for 6 months when it was introduced? The Camaro came out 6 months before the Firebird. Why? Yeah. What was the reason for that?
I know.
Why did they not come out together? You can't answer, Mike.
What's that?
You can't answer. That's like when I worked in radio in the 90s. Because I worked radio, you couldn't win any other radio station's contest. Even if you didn't work that radio station,
yeah,
you couldn't win their stuff. Mother trucker.
Oh, boy.
Arrow Crow Orange?
What? All right.
Interesting.
Bahama Blue, Pearl, and Midcoat.
Over a white face.
That. There we go. Anyway.
Too much like a Corvette.
No, but that's a very close answer to your trivia question.
Yeah, that whole Corvette and Pontiac, that was a whole interesting dive.
I'm interested to see what you have for an answer because I know the answer to that question.
Let's see if anybody else. Because they wouldn't have sold any Camaros.
They were taking extra time to make it better. I like it.
And did you know that the Firebird cost more than the same equipped Camaro?
Really?
Yes.
You mean retail price or cost of goods?
Retail price. The Firebird was, and if you can tell me what the price difference between comparable models, so baseline entry-level model, Firebird versus Camaro in 67, how much more was the Firebird The Camaro. Oh, Louis wants to know. Oh, he says, I know why. What? No, it wasn't patent issues.
Yep, there it is.
John DeLorean wanted to put on the Corvette looking car, so they let him do the Bird instead.
The Banshee.
The Banshee.
So DeLorean, Pontiac did a whole R&D round on the Banshee, had it all done, and Chevrolet got all butthurt and wouldn't let them do it because they didn't want any competition to the Corvette. So then they ended up like a really late maneuver, kicked over to did the Firebird version of the Camaro. Mm-hmm. But that's why, like in '67, there's no official assembly manuals. There's nothing. They didn't make any because it was literally halfway through that model year that they started to sell those. But they used this. They just used the Camaro assembly and a bunch of handwritten notes.
Yes, essentially.
Yep.
They threw it together. So the cost difference between a baseline '67 Camaro and a base '67 Firebird was $68. So for $68 and '67,
you could have some real class.
Yeah.
Hey, but $68 and '67 was a major upgrade.
Yeah.
Especially when the retail price was like $2,200.
Yeah. Well, Rusty Nutt says his '67 new was $2,258.
Yeah.
Can you imagine going to the dealer for $2,258 picking up a brand new car?
Yeah, right. But you got to also understand people were making $200 a week back then too. So.
Yeah. I remember my mom and dad talking about the first house they bought in St. Louis in '62 or '63 was like $17,000.
Right. Yeah.
I'm like, I'll take 7. Like.
Yeah, I remember my parents buying a new house when I was like in 6th grade. And it was $30,000, and I'm like, holy shit!
There were Firebirds we could buy with that. Glenn's last name is DeLorean.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right. Let me see if I can find us another trivia question.
Yeah, minimum wage $2.75 an hour. It was probably less than that. I remember when I was in high school, minimum wage was like $3.50 an hour.
All right, here's one. Here's one for us. Why is the first gen Firebird? Why does it have a better 50-50 weight ratio than the Camaro? Does that make sense? Did I say it correctly?
Say that again.
Why does the Firebird have a better 50-50 weight ratio than the Camaro? So the balance of weight.
Front to rear.
Front to rear.
Okay.
The Firebird is more balanced, more 50-50 than the Camaro, yes.
Well, my first thought would be the motor would be lighter, but I don't think it is.
What was it?
The motor being lighter.
No, not that. But you're hot. Nope, not the motor's heavier. The emblems, no.
Bigger gas tank. No.
Fat people don't buy Firebirds. Front bumper. No, it's not the bumper.
Huh.
This is something I got to see firsthand with my car when I picked my brother's car up. So if anybody's been watching the past 7 years, those first few episodes, I talk about this. Radiator. No, not the radiator.
Huh. The hood's heavier?
What's that?
The hood?
Nope.
Paul says the exhaust.
No, not the exhaust. Back to that motor. Something about the motor.
Oh, aluminum intake?
Nope.
back.
Rusty Nuts grabbed it.
There you go.
When I picked up my 67 Bird, it had a Chevy 350 in it. So it had Chevy 350 motor mounts. So Pontiac set the engine back further towards the center of the car than Chevy. And so when it came time to buy my mounts, I had to go like on this crazy run to find the right mounts for the frame and for the motor, because I went with a Pontiac motor instead of that Chevy motor. And sure as shit, you can see it's set back probably an inch or two closer back to the firewall.
Wow.
Yep. Louis got it right. And so did Kelly. Where'd it go? Kelly. I can't pronounce that last name, Kelly.
Yeah, the Pontiac's offset a little bit I think it's an inch to the passenger side to get the friggin' steering column down through that massive motor.
Yep.
Pontiac motors are wide.
So we like it, right?
Yeah, there you go.
No one can.
Oh boy.
Let's see if I get any more here.
So I've got one.
Go for it.
Which Ford muscle car first introduced the famous shaker hood option, where the air intake was mounted directly to the engine and protruded through the hood? Which Ford muscle car first introduced the shaker hood? There you go. Here's one for you Ford enthusiasts.
The only sports car that I know is Mustang. Was there another sports car Ford made?
I don't know. The Torino. Got a few Torino. Galaxy.
Oh, yeah. The Torino. That's right.
Cool car. You got to admit. Those are cool. No, not yet. Not yet.
Say Torino, Falcon, Galaxy. I know nothing about Fords.
I had a buddy who had one of these.
Only thing I know is my dad had a 66 Ford F100 with three on the tree.
Model A.
Talladega.
Boss 302. You're getting close.
Thunderbird.
Fairlane. Fairlane from hell.
My neighbor has a 56 T-Bird convertible.
Really?
Yeah.
Hardtop convertible? Yeah.
He loves it.
That's cool.
He's a retired Army guy, and he's like 84, 85, and has this little lift that he can pick the top off and then drive, you know? He loves it. Pinto.
The Pinto and the Vega. Two well-maligned vehicles right there. And the Gremlin. Let's not forget the Gremlin. We got to throw that in there too.
Didn't the Pinto save Ford financially?
I don't know why it would have.
Something like that.
There we go. John Kilborn, the Mach 1, the 69 Mach 1.
Aha.
Mach 1. That is it. I'm surprised Paul Keyser didn't answer that one.
Pacer. Oh, yeah. I had a friend that had a Pacer.
Pacer.
He thought that was a bubble car or something. I remember the back end being real.
Yeah. Lots of glass.
Yeah. I can see, though.
Oh, yeah. What are you going to do?
Pacer, the egg. Yeah, I can see the egg.
Yep.
Ford, found on road dead.
Yeah.
Or first on race day. I've heard all those. I got a buddy named Mike who lives in Mesa, which is the next town above me. He's restoring a 67 Camaro or 68 Camaro. And every morning I wake up on Facebook to a message from him with a anti-Ford meme. It's constant. I love it.
Oh, yeah. Paul says I didn't want to show my true colors.
Glenn, and John are making up over a few drinks. Orange Mountain News.
I had a buddy with a Pinto that had a 302 in it. It was a death trap.
They didn't come with a factory V8, did they?
I believe there was one option year, whatever, where you could, but you could put a V8 in it. I know that.
Because they were all supposed to be like the fuel economy car of the 70s.
There was also there was a Vega that had a 350 in it too, wasn't there? Or something stupid like that. One particular Vega model that was jacked like that. I don't know.
Fix or repair daily, Keith says.
Thank you. Gremlin X with a 304G. There you go.
Glenn is going to Firebird Fest. You guys, I hear. I'm telling you, I'm stoked about Firebird Fest. Do you think, Mike, you can really get Louis to come?
I'm going to try. I'm going to try to get there too. My problem is I got another Tennessee graduation the week before, so I'm trying to work it out.
I think you just duct tape him to the hood. And, come out, give him a straw with something to drink every now and then.
Yeah. Throw some food down the hole once in a while. He'll be fine.
Right. He'll be fine.
Monza.
V8 Chevy Monza.
The Monza was Corvette.
Was that a Corvette? A flat
six. Flat six.
I would say the Corvaires were flat sixes.
Yeah, that's what the Monza was. I mean, they had a Spider and a Monza.
Now, there's some Porsche guys who have pulled Corvair motors.
Yeah.
And put them in Porsches just because they're so much cheaper.
Right.
To rebuild.
I remember seeing a bunch of people with like the homemade choppers, like the 3-wheel choppers.
Oh, yeah.
They would always put the Corvair motors in the back. Cosworth performance package. There you go. I think that is it. Yep.
Apparently, Paul used the Pinto for pizza delivery. Cosworth performance package, Vega.
V8 Chevy Monza. 76 Monza. Oh, yeah. That's right. They did a Monza version that was just a Monza. It wasn't the Corvair version. Yes, I remember that now. That's right.
Small Camaro.
Yeah, it was little. It was kind of the what was that one that Ford had? Chevy and Ford always come out with the same things. All right, Maverick, the Ford Maverick.
Okay.
Very similar size and shape to the Ford Maverick was a Chevy Monza. And it had a
Mustang 2.
And it had a 305. Yep. But sandbaggy and rails. There you go.
Yep.
Yeah. It's shit they used to put on the road. It was dark times back then, the oil embargo and just
everything
went to shit. All the good cars went away. We're kind of in that now again. You notice that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was just gonna say.
And our Mopars and all that stuff, they're like quickly just being all phased out again in the last couple of years, which is sad because I thought we were kind of over that.
I hate that I'm at a stoplight and I'm 2 or 3 rows back, and every freaking car looks the same. Like every SUV has the same lines.
Yeah.
Come on, let's
the original.
Yeah.
And then you got that stupid looking Cybertruck. That thing just pisses me off.
Oh yeah.
That is not a truck.
There's a guy in our neighborhood that has like a bright pink, or could be a girl.
Don't ask, don't tell.
I don't know what the pronouns are, but it's bright pink, and I'm just like, okay. Electric is coming. Nothing we can do about it. Unfortunately, I agree. I don't see it.
We're about 2 generations of battery technology away from making that happen. That's the biggest holdup right now for those is the battery. You have to throw the battery away after 10 years, the cars jump.
Yeah.
We're not good for anybody.
I have a buddy that has a Tesla, probably like a 2021 or 22, and he has family in San Diego. And he's like, he charges up here in Phoenix. He can get to Casa Grande, which is maybe 2 hours away, has to go to the McDonald's, recharge it, and then he then gets to Yuma, has to go charge it there. I'm like, it takes you all day to get to freaking San Diego.
My wife and her friend ran into a guy in a bar the other day down over in one of the little beach towns here. And he was like, yeah, I'm just waiting for my Tesla to charge. It's been 3 hours now. And it's like, yeah, I'll be all right with gas for quite some time.
Rusty nuts. You know what the difference between a girl and a guy that drives a pink Tesla truck? Nothing. Oh my. Yeah,
I'm with you, Bowtie. I can't see myself ever doing it. But
that's just like the Firebird. If I know that if I was on the road somewhere and I broke down, I can look at it and go, oh, that's the problem. And I can either, if it's wiring, I could fix it right on the side of the road. If it's mechanical or whatever, there's an auto parts store that has every starter, every fuel pump, every alternator in stock, $50, you know?
Yeah. Well, I was talking to my my car dealer the other day, and he was, he's a GM guy, has been all along. And, GM and Ford, they each converted at least one full factory to electric cars and trucks. And GM can't sell them. They can't give them away, and they're like, they're going to have to now they converted that factory over to electric, and now they're going to have to close it. It got that bad. Yep. So it's not good. You got to let the market drive this shit. You really do. And like I said, the biggest problem, and the conversation I had with him is the biggest problem you have with that is when you're done with a car, you drive a car 3, 4, 5 years, right? And when you're done with it, you have to go trade it in. But now all of a sudden, that car has hit 70% of its battery life. Mm-hmm. And that's not a small item to replace, So it's the trade-in value. And that's what's coming around full circle now is we're starting to hit that cycle, right? But
and a weird analogy here. I remember back in probably 99, 2000, as a photographer, you could buy a camera body, a film camera body. That was the cheapest thing you could buy. The glass was expensive, but the body itself was cheap because they knew you had to go out and buy the film.
Right.
Well, now today you go to buy a pro level digital camera and you're looking at 8, 9, 10, 12 grand for a digital camera. So you're either paying for the film up front today, or in the old days, you paid for it on the back end.
Sure.
About the film. So like my buddy, he spent 80 grand on this Tesla and he's like, well, I'm going to save thousands of dollars a year on fuel. Well, when it comes time to replace that battery, buddy.
Yeah. Tell me what you really saved.
Exactly.
Right?
And what are you going to do with the battery? What landfill does that go to?
Right.
So,
no, I get it. It's and like I said, sooner or later we'll have batteries that last forever or whatever, something like that will make it work. But until then, it's really, now, especially now when we have gasoline engines that'll run 400,000 miles. Right?
Oh yeah.
You're not going to get that out of batteries, and to replace an engine is far cheaper than those batteries, right?
Absolutely.
So,
well, Mike, we've reached that 1 hour mark.
Yes, we have.
And I'm seeing in the comments, everyone's pretty happy that we're back to doing our Friday shows. And we understand there's family commitments for us to do sometimes. So we may have to take a week off or something, but we always come back and try to hammer out a good show for you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you guys got any ideas for topics you'd like us to cover specifically, throw them in the comments at the bottom of the not the chat, but the regular comments, and we'll be happy to research that and get it in the lineup in the coming weeks.
And if you guys haven't, give us a thumbs up. It helps the algorithm for YouTube. That is a big thing. And share out this video. I mean, let other people know, other Pontiac guys, other Firebird guys, Camaro guys, even Ford guys.
Yeah, too, Paul.
Yeah, so because I may be working on a late 70s Mustang 2 in a couple of years. So it's knocking on my back door, and I'm going to have to probably address it sooner than later.
Yep.
So
no, hear you. No,
right, well, Mike, have an amazing weekend. Enjoy your
link.
What?
I said, and remember, don't click that link.
Yeah. When you get the email that says we want to collaborate with you, don't
click the link. Don't
pass it on.
Don't click the link. It's some asshole trying to steal.
For me, like at noon when I'm awake and have 7 cups of coffee in me, and I can say, "Oh no, that's a scam. That's a scam."
Yeah, I hear you.
Ford guys take heart. Glenn was a DeSoto guy. I need to make up a Glenn shirt. I just got to do it. Even if I get sued, it'd be funny as hell. Funny as hell.
Glenn's gonna get a Facebook page. You gotta make up a Glenn. We'll use the guy from the most interesting man in the world commercials.
Yes. And we can just post memes about Glenn all day long. Oh dear Lord. Oh.
Our own fictitious Glenn. All right.
Have an amazing weekend, guys. Get to wrenching on your projects. Let us know next Friday if you have any questions. Let us know if you have ideas for the show. We really want to make this bigger and better for everyone. So reach out to us. Let us know, either myself, Mike, John, or Louie, whoever you happen to be friends with on the socials. And we'll take your ideas and we'll try to run with them.
Yep. Cool.
All right, Mike. I will see you next Friday.
All right. Back to the shop.
That's right.
Later.
Back to Lincoln. All right. See you later.
See you guys.